I chased people like this for so long that I got sucked into that, where people always running away from me. I was the one who's chasing, especially in dating dynamics, right? I always chased women. So recently I've been healing this trauma or like this pattern in the past 2 years, where I've been embodying more of myself and allow myself to receive love, right, rather than chase love. So that healing journey is what I want to share to you, so you stop chasing people and start attracting and embodying with your authentic self, right? So currently you might be chasing women or friendships or even clients, right? If you are having a service based business or a company, whatever it is, right? And this is your energy, right? You're always like leaking energy or projecting energy onto people, and they are just running away like this, right? They are angry, they feel pinched, their energy, right? They always feel like they are suffocated, right, in your presence, and they just run away from you. So that's what happens when you chase people, right? So, and you want to heal this energy, you have to do the inner work, right? You cannot like suddenly stop chasing and start to attract people. So you have to do the inner work, and that inner work is what we are going to cover in this video. What it takes to embody more of your authentic self, so you attract real relationships, not chase surface level connections and settle for that, right? Always feel dissatisfied and not get your needs met in your relationships. So that's what we are going to cover. So I stopped chasing people when I started doing shadow work inside my men's circle, right? So I will put up a photo of that somewhere here. So I started doing shadow work. That's when I realized my core wounds that was making me chase people. So first, you have to understand the science of chasing, right? So chasing makes people run. So it's obvious in nature, right? So if you chase a cat, it just runs away from you. So if you hold the food for the cat, it just comes and licks the food, right? And eats the food. So it's the science. So if you are a valuable, more energetic person, people get attracted to you. So if you chase people, it means you are lacking something inside, right? That's why you are chasing. So that's why people just run away from you. So even if you chase dogs, that they just run away, right? So if you just show them love and just be grounded and calm in your presence, they just get attracted to you. So that's the science, right? So the deepest layer of this is like you're chasing people because you're avoiding something deep within you, right? So that's why you're always constantly chasing people like this. So uh, you have to understand why you're chasing in the first place, right? The most obvious reasons are like you might feel lonely, right? That's why you want people in your life. That's why you want to date more, to keep people in your life, even if they are toxic and like not healthy for your well-being, right? Not healthy for your mind. So that's why that might be the reason, being lonely or like feeling like unworthy of love. You might chase people because of that. Like you feel like you have to prove yourself or perform to receive love, right? So that might be the reason. Or you might carry beliefs like uh, love is hard, or like love takes effort, something like that from your own childhood relationships. So those beliefs make you chase people because you have to prove yourself that love is hard, and you want to receive that love, right? You are already working from that belief that love is hard, right? Or you might be like avoiding, you don't want to get abandoned, right? In childhood you might be abandoned, so you want to avoid being abandoned, so you chase people and try to do everything to keep them in your life. So I always did this, chasing people. So what I discovered with inner work inside my men's circle was that I felt lonely, right? I was trying to fill this gap of loneliness by chasing women. So what happened with that was like I did everything. I went above and beyond, pleasing them, being nice, right? hiding my authentic self because I felt like if I express my authentic self, my authentic feelings, they might not accept me, right? So I preferred to hide my authentic self and just please people, just please them. And what happens with that is like they feel like constantly being pulled into their space, right? They don't have any privacy. You always infiltrate. You become like a bondage to them, right? So they just want to run away from you because you don't have an identity out of other than the identity that you have with them. So if you lose them, you lose your identity, right? So you always you silently or indirectly manipulate to keep them in your life. So that's what happens. So people feel this energy and they want to run away from you and they make you lonely. So if you avoid loneliness, you attract loneliness, right? So that's what happened with me. So with inner work, I healed that lonely part, right? I also felt unworthy of love because I didn't receive love for who I am as a kid from my mom. So I always felt like I had to perform and prove myself to receive that love, right? So that was the thing I was doing with the pattern. I was always trying to prove, even though I was able to receive love, I was always trying to prove, right? So when I healed that unworthiness wound, what happened naturally was like I stopped trying to prove to people, right? I started embodying more of my authentic self, and that's when I realized that that women especially can get attracted to me without me doing anything, right? I can just be, have fun, express myself. That's the thing I have to do, and that's natural. It's not even a doing, right? It's just a being, and that's what the real ones get most attracted to. So nowadays, dating feels more effortless for me compared to the previous days where I was constantly chasing or always like looking out for love, right? Where can I find love? Because I felt the void inside me, right? So, so that's the thing. You have to understand your void. It might be loneliness, it might be unworthiness, it might be fear of abandonment, right? Fear of loss. It can be anything, right? But that's a deep fear or deep pain inside you. That's what you're about. That's what keeping you anxious in relationships because you always feel like people will leave you alone. All right, people will just go out of your life. So you try to keep them in your life. So when you try to keep them, you already lost them because the real ones you don't have to try. They're already there, right? They're already there for you. So yeah, that's the thing. So you have to process that void. So what's inside that void? You have to understand that. So when you chase people, when you feel like overextending yourself, texting, right, or trying to please people, or trying to do something to them, to do something nice to them out of fear, right, out of desperation. Uh, so just ask yourself, why am I doing this? So it will start unpacking things. You will understand more of yourself, right? Instead of doing that, right, fixing the chase, the fixing the urge to chase, and projecting towards people, ask yourself, right, instead of doing this, giving out energy, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I chasing people? And when you do that, what happens is like you open up more, right? You will see what's inside you, right? So ask yourself, why am I chasing people? Why am I chasing women? What am I lacking? So these are the questions for you to ask, and with that, you will understand your patterns more, right? So when you feel like chasing people, instead of chasing them, feel that urge inside you, right? Just sit with that discomfort, restlessness, oh, and you will understand yourself more, right? So it will get to a point where you understand that the core wound of you, the memories start to come up, or the feelings start to come up, right? It might be loneliness. I'm not saying it's easy to process these things, but processing these things is what makes you free for life, right? You don't have to chase people after that, right? You can attract people by being your authentic self. So stop chasing, stop projecting, and like take in that energy, right? That you're projecting onto people like this. Stop projecting and taking that energy. So and just be with yourself. See what's uh, coming out for you. For me, it was unworthiness and like fear of loneliness, right? So you have to process that feeling fully. You have to be with that feeling and process it fully, and you will embody more of your authentic self, right? You will be grounded in your own presence, will be comfortable in your own skin, and that might repel some toxic relationships away, right? But it's a journey in itself, right? You might have to give up chasing. After that, you will give up chasing. Once you do that, once you do the processing of your wounds, of whether it's feeling of loneliness, abandonment, uh, right? Certain beliefs like love is hard, whatever it is. Once you understand that, once you sit with that urge, not trying to react to the urge and like keep chasing, you have to face the discomfort of being with yourself, right? So once you process that, you will stop chasing and like start attracting more, right? Being more of your magnetic authentic self, right? You will take in the energy that you are projecting onto people, right? And people can like that cat, people come, it can come to you and like start eating your food instead of like you chasing the cat for love, right? So you start attracting people to you because of your energy. So your energy, if you're projecting a good energy, people get attracted to you. So previously you were projecting a needy energy because you are feeling a void inside created out of loneliness or abandonment or whatever the core fear is. And once you feel that void, by cleaning up that energy, you will embody more of your authentic self, and you project more good energy, right? More safe and grounded energy, and people get attracted to that real ones. So that's what you have to do. You have to process those feelings inside you, and you will embody more of your authentic self. And with that, uh, it happens in layers, right? It's not like a one-time done thing. So if you're not processing the core wound, you might attract people who run away from you, but a little, right? They are not running away from you fully, they're not abandoning you completely, they might come back again. So after that, after you process that again, what happens is like you'll attract people who is more cold but staying, right? After you process that, you might attract people who love you for who you are, right? It depends on your processing power, because what you see outside is a reflection of what you feel inside, right? So you have to sit with the anxiety of uh, that void you feel when you stop chasing people. So that's the thing. Uh, yeah. And when you do that, people will feel that energy and they get start attracted to you, right? So from this place of completion, you feel complete and whole inside once you process this energy, this needy energy, and let it go, right? You will feel complete inside yourself, and from that space, what you can do is just express yourself, love yourself more, and you will start attracting people who reflect that energy, right? So that's the thing you have to do. Stop chasing people and start feeling that void within you by processing that energy that you're avoiding, and you will feel whole and complete, and from that space you can attract real relationships, because what you see outside is a reflection of inside, right? So you have to sit with that anxiety of not having people for some time. That's when you face those fears, and you can attract people from that space, from the completed space. So I'll just bring it down to few key points so you understand this better. Stop chasing people, even if you feel that urge. Stop chasing them and start processing those core fears. Ask yourself questions like, what am I lacking? Why am I chasing people? Why am I chasing women? What's in them that's not in me? So ask yourself, you'll unlock more of those wounds, and you have to process those wounds, whatever it is, like loneliness, abandonment, whatever it is, you have to feel those fully, and you will be more free. It's a process in itself, so it takes time until you process the core wound. So once you do that, stop chasing people, and you will project or like express yourself out of completion, and with that you'll attract real relationships. And you might also have to say no to certain people, right? So some people might be draining you, you have to say, so that's also an outside thing you have to do, where you will say no to people. and start embodying more of your authentic self, you might have to say no to chasing at certain points. So there's also an outside thing, right? You stop giving into this toxic dynamics where you're chasing people. If they are not respecting or treating you better, you have to say no to them. So with the inner work, it makes it easier to say no and create that boundary. And with those things, some feelings might also come up. So you have to process those feelings. It's all about processing your feelings and connecting with yourself more. And over time, you will embody more of your authentic self. And from that space, you can attract the real ones because they feel safe and grounded in your energy, and you'll be more magnetic, right? So instead of projecting energy, you will start like feeding yourself energy, and from that space you will attract the real ones, and life will be more beautiful, and relationships become much easier. So that's how you process this anxiety of chasing people and embody more of your authentic self. So if this makes sense, this is what helped me like completely transform my dating dynamic into like chasing non-available people and into just allowing people who are uh, worthy of my energy, right? So that's the change you will experience as you go through this. So hope you enjoyed this video. So if you want one-to-one help from me to heal your social anxiety within 12 weeks and embody more of your authentic self, so you can attract real connections, inner peace, and joy into your life, and have a quiet, clear mind, you can book a clarity call with me by clicking the link in the description of the video, and we can talk and see if I can help you. Also, you will have a free training where you like if you're feeling lonely and want to embody more of your authentic self, there's a free training where you can heal your anxiety. That will help you relieve your anxiety and like embody more of your authentic self, so you can attract real relationships and stop feeling fulfilled from inside, right? So you will have a free training on that too. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next. Thank you.